What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 AI only world battle with the health and plagues mod. Last video we saw some interesting developments begin in East Asia. Nothing special yet though, maybe. I'm not sure China are going to get any luck here, but maybe they will. Let's not count them out. North America is relatively quiet at the moment. I know Texas is still failing to invade the Chinook and it's not going well for them. So they should probably give up on that. South America's pretty quiet too, as things stand. In Africa, there is Morocco and Rome are having the occasional skirmish, and it looks like they're going for Marrakesh, but that probably won't work out. Assyria have run out of steam in their invasion of Egypt. See, we saw Ethiopia eliminated. The Congo are staying quiet as it stands. Arabia and the Congo, maybe not so quiet, but there's not too much Congo units doing much here, trying and still failing to invade Persia. Europe remains remarkably quiet, and there is maybe going to be a Hun-Germany fight out here. The Huns just pieced out with Egypt, and other than that, the world is pretty quiet. I mean, this is basically the only siege going on at the moment, although we may see Spain. Maybe see Spain settling somewhere of interest. We'll see how this plays out. But for now, let's focus on Seoul. I mean, what else is there to focus on? See, China, they don't even have any melee units. I mean, the pikeman is not yet embarked, so it would be pretty tough. And Vietnam aren't assisting China as of yet, even though it was a team war. China could do with getting this caravel over, but that is sort of busy dealing with the Indian caravel, because obviously India and Korea are now at war. But no chance for either of these guys to unite the Korean peninsula just yet, anyway. But other than that, yeah, it is relatively one of the quietest periods in a while. Oh, okay, Texas just upgraded a lot of its triremes. Caravels, its big fleet out in the Gulf of Mexico, although galleasses and caravels aren't the best anymore. There is people such as the Congo, they all left, but they have privateers and frigates, so you know, the Congo are in a much better spot. Only risk to the Zulu is that the Rhodesians don't have, is that the Zulu are coastal, Rhodesia are not. So I said the Zulu, the mountains will help the Zulu from land, but they're not going to save them from a coastal attack from the Congo, which either of them is possible. Yeah, Syria aren't going to get any further here unless they send some more units down, and they can afford to. I mean, they've sort of made way for Arabia at the moment, just to walk through. Oh my, okay, so Poland has an ironclad, so that's the first one of those we've seen. Around, they actually have two. I'm not gonna put a number to it, because they may have like a third one out there somewhere, but yeah, two. It seems Britain have now got their redcoats, their unique land unit. They've already got their first rates, so and privateers. So Britain maybe still have a part to play in the future of Europe, especially with Rome, and I guess with Poland, at least up here in the Baltic Sea. Maybe not so much the actual main body of Poland. These guys still alive and still fighting each other, which, you know, these guys should team up. They would be so much better on a team. But nope, they just want to fight each other. Yeah, Texas have now cut off Shoshone, so eventually the Chinook and Texan borders will eventually fill out this bit of land. It probably won't actually happen in this campaign. It'll probably, unless someone else settles another city up here. These Australian scouts and stuff are other units. They're all trapped here unless they can find a way to run away. Look at these Chinookan workers. They're like, nope, there's a war back at home. Let's go live in the mountains with some nice deer. What are Vietnam doing? Why aren't you helping China? I mean, you declared the war with China, but you just don't want to help them? Is that what's going on here? You're just being lazy? I don't know, Vietnam, but that you could definitely have a chance of taking Seoul, and that would be a really great city for Vietnam to have, and it allows them, then they could go on to take Busan here, could then backstab China, go for Beijing, and then they'd be connected to Nanjing here, their other city up north as well. And again, quite quickly, Vietnam would look a lot stronger, because they look okay, but they're not doing enough. Although they did just settle another city here, so they're obviously interested in settling some more coastal cities, and they have another settler here. Maybe he'll head out towards the desert here to sort of speed up the process of the desert being colonized. Embargoment of the Huns, that's the big one. Big thing coming up. The first civ to be embargoed would be the Huns. I mean, they've got some caravans there. I mean, Mongolia seem pretty dependent on the Huns at the moment for trading. Don't know if anyone else is. Obviously, the Huns not being coastal, no cargo ships, they're pretty reliant on those caravans. So in Mongolia, some of the more coastal nations, or coastal civs with more coastal cities, will probably not really have caravans anymore, which probably leaves Mongolia, people like Mongolia, the Huns, in a tough spot, you know, unable to get any cargo ships out, or inwards, vice versa, compared to the others. You know, China probably, and they do have a caravan, bad example, but China probably do most of their trade through those cargo ships out of Beijing, for example. Who else is completely, is there anyone else who's completely inland? I guess Persia is technically, Arabia is pushing through. They have now landed a wall of units on the coast, but there's still so many Persians here who are going to hold off. Are Rome making any progress? They took Fez and lost it again, but no, it doesn't seem like they're making any more progress. The Romans, again, Rome v Spain, I think that's just the same thing, that Poland are scared of invading one or the other of Germany and Russia and then getting backstabbed, or not backstabbed, but, you know, stabbed in the back by the other one. And then same goes with Rome. I think they're too scared to invade Spain because Greece will probably invade them, and then if Rome invade Greece, they'd probably lose. But also Spain would probably then invade Rome, and I guess there's also Britain for Rome to worry about, which Poland don't necessarily have to worry about, although Poland could have to worry about Greece, not as much because Greece have already failed going over the Black Sea a couple of times. But there we go, Russia onto riflemen. It's good to see that Catherine is keeping up. She's got quite a big chunk of land too. Like I said, Poland could really do with it to connect their empires. I don't know what the Huns in Germany, are they actually going to fight or what? I don't know, they're just going to walk around. Oh, nope, Spain. Spain settling eastern Cuba. So we could see a Texan-Spanish war. And there's another one actually heading out here. This is a very, very populated... Yep, so Spain definitely heading for the Caribbean. So we're seeing more and more civs grabbing their claim to some land out here. Where's that other Spanish settler? Where was it? It was in... Okay, yeah, so we are going to see Spanish Hawaii as well. So there's been a big surge from Spain in settlers instead of fighting, which is always a positive, you know, for them. But it's probably going to lead to more fighting as a result. It's maybe not so good. Okay, so... See, make a proposal. Wait, what? No. What? Oh, there we go. Okay, so the Huns were embargoed, so I'm just going to embargo city-states. I did not want to have to make a proposal. Was not expecting to. Next turn. So what is going to happen? What is going to happen? I have no idea. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. Just got to do something about that. But let's see. What is going to happen now? I don't really know what to say at the moment. It's a quiet time in the world. There's lots of areas that look like they're pretty tense, like people may be about to break out into war, but then nothing generally happens. I'm just waiting for the next big war to break out, really. There hasn't been any of those big rollover wars which you sometimes see where just one civ just declares war and then just rolls through. It's not been like that this campaign. It's been kind of weird. It's just been sort of one city here and there and leaving the rest of them alive. Unless obviously they've only got one city left, as was the case for the poor Ethiopians. And that gave Songhai a big chunk of Ethiopia, I guess. I think we're going to start seeing the decommissioning of some of these caravels as some of the civs have explored probably all the map soon. Or not all the map, not all the ocean, but they've definitely met everybody, etc. Where is this Brazilian settler heading? That is interesting. Don't know where it would be going. There's some random settlers around. Everyone's just looking for a little bit more land. We've seen Brazil already going for those islands. It looks like Spain and Brazil are in a race for this island. There's still Panama Canal, which is kind of annoying, but there we go. Spain going to grab the biggest Hawaiian island. It's good news. The Chinook-Texan War rages on. Yeah, this is terrible. Stop fighting each other. Japan have frigates now, so maybe we'll see Japan. Maybe Japan have probably got a better chance of taking these west coast cities than Texas do. Although this Aztec city here, I think is going to be really difficult to take. 2 mountains to the east. It's not coastal. This may well be one of the best placed cities in the entire game, I feel. Possibly, anyway. I mean, Chinook is actually in a really good spot too. And yep, no new wars. Oh, but third ideology, is that third? What am I looking for? I'm not in the right place. Oh, I always forget what I'm looking for. It's not culture overview. What is it? How have I forgotten this? It's not the World Congress, no. Oh no, it's this button here. Okay, there we go. Influenced by culture, victory, ideology. Okay, so who's going to be seeming to team up? So the Iroquois and Texas both went autocracy. Probably a good move by Texas in terms of avoiding a war with the Iroquois too soon. Poland obviously still with order, and that's it. But yeah, the 2 North American powers both going the same way, both choosing autocracy. But that may not be to do with being friends. It may just be because the Iroquois had more culture and that was more lucrative towards Texas, who I was saying about their outdated navy. They have some ironclads in the Gulf of Mexico, so maybe they will see them push. They could definitely take this city at least. Probably expect them to fight Spain soon, now that Spain have settled in the eastern side of Cuba. And this Brazilian cannon is probably going to earn Brazil this island, just unless Brazil are going for this island. The Songhai are now trying to send their settler out. So yeah, there's a mad, frantic dash of settling in the later game. Look at this Vietnamese navy. Some nice boats here, but maybe they're going for Indonesia. Maybe that's what we're about to see. Maybe that's why we've seen the 2 new coastal, or island and coastal city build some more boats up, because they've ignored Korea despite offering to help China. What is going on here? What is going on? Are we going to see Germany and the Huns team up? That's unlikely because they are at war. Germany has sort of given up and sent most its units. It appears to be back in Berlin. Poland have left their west completely open though, so they seem to be pretty safe. Actually, Poland seems like there's been a shift of units towards the eastern border, and also that open borders with Greece suggests maybe we might see Poland v Russia pretty soon. Could you imagine? I don't even know if the AI... Maybe Poland and the Huns, the AI are just playing us. Poland and the Huns have agreed that in 10 turns they'll carve up Russia. But that doesn't seem to be the case so far. I mean, it's Poland's go now and it's taken a long time. So maybe they will. No, because the declaration of war would come up right at the start. But yeah, they are moving all their units mainly eastwards. The Sioux and Shoshone have peaced out. These two are finally going to stop destroying each other and try and survive being surrounded by 2 of the powers of the game in the Iroquois and Texas. The Syrians are still trying to take Memphis, and I mean, Memphis comes with a lot of land. They should have focused on Memphis first. And there we go, Morocco settling right in the middle of the desert. I'm still with Thor cities. Good job, Morocco, to not die. Keep Rome at bay, although Rome are looking pretty good now. Bit too spread out though for my liking. Germany are doing alright, you know. Hamburg is pretty good. There's been an outbreak of cholera. Oh, that's ended. Okay, I didn't even... Was that the one that broke out in Vietnam? Maybe. Yeah, Vietnam v Indonesia. Are these guys still at war from previously? That could be quite likely. We'll find out in a second. Okay, Vietnam, right near the bottom. Nope. Nope. Nope, there we go. At war with Korea, Indonesia, and Australia. Ah. So yeah, this is definitely... Could be the end of Indonesia. Germany v the Shoshone, that really doesn't matter, but maybe someone else will attack in a minute. Maybe that's just the beginning. But yeah, this is pretty big. If the city of Makassar here is to fall, that's quite a big island. 14 population would really start to open up options for Vietnam in the Pacific and in the Indian Ocean. Obviously, being at war with Indonesia, Korea, and Australia, could we potentially... I mean, there's no way even Vietnam could... No way even Vietnam could invade this. Australia, so many land units. But like I said, they should just build a navy. Oh, there we go. Rome got what they wanted in the end through a peace deal. Splitting Morocco up. And there we go. A bigger chunk of Africa turning purple there. See, they've already got a big chunk down here. The Huns, Shoshone, again, doesn't matter. But like I said, we're probably going to see someone else. Maybe Texas or the Iroquois try it in a second. But yeah, let's see Poland, see what they're up to. Are they going to try? They are moving a lot of units eastwards. Seems pretty quiet. Just seems like a tactical mess. But Russia's at a pretty good spot. They've got their Cossacks, which are cavalry replacements. So they're in a good spot. They've got a lot of riflemen too. So, I mean, Poland still have musketmen for the most part. So it would be an interesting war. Yep, Poland v the Shoshone. So we're just waiting for one of the Americans to do this war. The Iroquois or Shoshone. There we go. Victoria settled. So Hawaii belongs to Spain. The Aztecs are now heading out here too. So things getting interesting. The Zulu v the Shoshone, again, does not matter at all. Still can't believe this city is like the Zulu impis just stood looking at the Congo capital. Must be pretty jealous of what they see. Much safer place. Okay, so the Songhai heading out here. The Spanish settler has disappeared. They're both heading this way. Oh my goodness. We may see a Panama Canal. Can you imagine? Congo. There we go. So Congo and Poland sticking with order. So the New World powers going autocracy. Old World powers going order. Vietnam yet to choose. Rome also yet to choose. I think Rome are definitely losing their lead to some of these other civs. Some of these newer up and coming nations. Brazil, Spain's. Chile versus Shoshone. That again is not too important. But I think we are going to see a Spanish Panama Canal, which would be kind of cool. Aztecs piecing out with the Mayans. Yeah, Aztecs are definitely going to go and settle their own part of Hawaii. I would assume maybe Vietnam will settle the southern half of this island. Southern Japanese island. That seems like it's about to happen. So settling is the big thing at the moment. It's not wars, but settling. The Inca and Egypt pieced out. Good job. Didn't give away any more cities. That's good. Both of you. Argentina and Brazil have open borders, so I don't think we're going to see a war there just yet. Although Argentina look like might be encroaching on Sao Paulo. Kind of menacingly. But Brazil have got units here. It would be an absolute bloodbath if these two were to go to war. They would tear each other apart. Luckily they're pretty safe. No one else is going to, you know, benefit from them tearing each other apart. It's just whichever one benefits from tearing each other apart. Russia v Korea. That doesn't matter. Oh, Inca and Texas v Chile. That doesn't matter either. Chile are pretty safe unless Argentina were to try, or maybe Australia could send like lots of boats. Interesting. I wonder if anyone will try and take out the Congo eventually. Assyria, Korea, yeah. So I think the settling era may be coming to an end as most of the land goes. We may move into a new era of more wars. Assyria v Korea being a big one. Poland, Arabia. That is random. Where's that come from, Poland? It's a bit of a random war just to declare for the sake of it. Are we going to see someone else attack Arabia? Maybe we'll see Assyria versus Arabia. Or Congo v Arabia. As the Congo are here. India have stayed very quiet, by the way. They've moved all their units to the south. I don't know why, but they have been very quiet. And the battle has begun out of Makassar. Texas v Mongolia. Again, that is just random. Random wars here. Let's see what Vietnam can do to the Indonesians. Got their cannons here to help destroy the boats. Nothing too much to the city. Jakarta here with some boats supporting. Okay, no, Vietnam are not going. Okay, Vietnam also heading for Hawaii. Some of the more northern islands. So we're having an interesting mixture of nations sharing the chains of islands around the world. And here we go. Biggest military. Iroquois, Congo, Vietnam, Poland, Texas, Australia, Songhai, Rome all the way down in 8th, Brazil and Spain in the top 10. So that's sort of the top 10 I'd feel. And I'd probably agree with that list. Those are sort of my top 10. Maybe Brazil, Argentina I'd swap round if you were to actually look at how they look as a civ. Brazil got a lot of boats and stuff, but maybe not that many boats. Lots of boats here. Whether in an actual war, I think Argentina might have the edge. But yeah, India v Mongolia, that does matter, because India will probably lose Mumbai if they're not careful. And India Arabia, that's why the Indians were moving their units to the south. There we go. Poland seemed to be supporting the Indians. This would be really big for India if they could take this, because they could still stand up to Vietnam, mainly because the Himalayas, but also just through sheer luck. Because they're not doing too badly, Gandhi. He's done an okay game. I mean, he's got control of India, which is as expected, and Pakistan. But yeah, I mean, he could have. He's had so long. He could have tried and helped out when Congo and Arabia were here to take Persia. But you never know. Maybe he'll take Damascus and Medina, and he'll be happy with that. Who knows? Indonesia are fighting back in the Battle of Makassar. Another Vietnamese settler. So even Vietnam, maybe this settler will be heading for this island. Yeah, both Aztecs and Vietnam. So in Hawaii, we're going to have Vietnam, the Aztecs, and Spain, of all people, sharing the land. While in the Caribbean, we've got Brazil, who just settled another city on this island, Curitiba. And we've got Texas, Spain, and Brazil. And it looks like we are going to get a Spanish-Panama Canal. Yay. What a good time to be alive. The civs, all of these South American and Central American civs couldn't do it, but the Spanish are coming over to bring some common sense with them and get them a way to pass through the Atlantic and the Pacific. And two new ideologies. So Japan autocracy, Vietnam autocracy. Okay, so two of the stronger Asian civs, I'd say. And also Vietnam are now actually trying to take Seoul. Gatling guns may not be the best weapon for the job, but they're trying. But yeah, Japan, that is surprising that they're there. And Vietnam, both joining Texas and the Iroquois with autocracy, which is probably going to go on now to become the dominant ideology of the world, I would say. Because, you know, it's a lot of culture. Spain with two settlers. I don't know where the second one's going to go. The second settler may head out for Hawaii, but by the time it gets there, I feel Vietnam, the Aztecs may have snapped almost. I mean, maybe heading for one of these bits. Northern New Zealand, still available, if anyone wants it, for sale. Arabia and Persia have come to peace as the Indians landing good. If they can do this, India, I would be impressed, because naval invasions are hard to come by from AI, good ones. I mean, they don't have any frigates either. They've got galleasses, some privateers, caravels. But yeah, this would be really impressive. India could do this. Let's see, if Spain keep going, I mean, we've got two chances of Spain getting it right, so hopefully it will happen, because we haven't got a Suez Canal, and I don't see Assyria settling here anytime soon. Are you guys, okay, are the Congo, I don't think the Congo are at war with Egypt, are they? I don't think so. I'll check. I'll look back in a second. I'm pretty sure this is just open borders. Come on, Poland, do something. Be brave. Take a chance to win this campaign. Invade Russia. Go on. Give us an interesting battle. No, doesn't look like we're gonna get one. That sucks, but fine. Poland, you do you. Just leave us waiting. 4 Brazilian islands. That is pretty impressive, and they obviously have Falklands as well. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Brazilian cities to Argentina's 5. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Brazil is stronger than Argentina. But like I said, whether these islands will help when it comes to a war, maybe not so much. Chinook, Shoshone, that doesn't matter. Oh no, Spain. Okay, we're gonna have to wait another turn if we want to see Spain do the unthinkable and settle there. If they'll be really impressed if they do. They will probably head out here, and Vietnam have made it onto this island. That's not going to bother the Aztecs because they appear to have wanted this island, so that's good. Those two will both be pretty happy. Vietnam struggling out here. Aztecs v Shoshone, that doesn't matter. Aztecs just got their settler onto the island. Seoul is going to probably drop in a few turns. I don't know whether it will go to Vietnam or China. That would be pretty big, whoever it goes to. Chinook is in the green, but yeah, they're probably going to need to get Japan's help, Texas, if they are to get this job done. And there we go, Great War Infantry on the border from the Iroquois. And the Iroquois are going to try again for taking the Shoshone, as thought would happen. Russia v Shoshone. Didn't they do that a minute ago? Is that a different? There's another Spanish settler in the Atlantic. There is not enough land left, Spain. Chill out. And there's another one up here as well. Wow, Spain. I mean, there's space for definitely one here, sort of in Brittany. I think that's what this place is, in France. Space there. And you could always go out into Sardinia and annoy the Romans if you wanted to. That'd be quite funny. Oh no. Ah, I think we're gonna have, okay, I can't go on any further this episode. Can't go any longer just to see if Spain settle here, because I think we're going to be disappointed here. I think maybe this settler may save us late on, but yeah, it doesn't seem like Spain are going to settle here. I mean, it would be really smart for Spain. I mean, because eventually they won't be able to walk through here to get to their Hawaii. Poland's turn takes so much longer than anybody else's. Just before I point out, so we can all blame Poland for why we're getting through less in a video. Anyway, there should be a new series, EU4, starting this weekend, hopefully. I mean, if Shadow Play decides to work again. For the Civ 5 videos, I use OBS, and for everything else, I use Shadow Play and Audacity. But for this, I can use OBS for everything, the sound and the video, so it's easier. But yeah, there's an update to Shadow Play, and the button to record has disappeared. So couldn't find it, so that's what's going on with that. And the Aztecs have been completely split in half by all these citadels. Wow, that is mean. And there we go, Australia. Yeah, so autocracy is going to come out on top now that Australia have joined as well. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe. Let me know whether you think Spain will settle the Panama Canal or not. I really have my doubts, but hopefully, we never know. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.